Happy Monday. I miss seeing your smiling faces through your masks already, but I am looking forward to still doing some art with you guys over the next few days. Our first project today is going to be to do a leaf rubbing, kind of like what we did with the texture turkeys, except that you need to gather up some leaves from your yard or neighbor's yard, or go for a walk and grab some leaves. And then we are going to do a leaf rubbing. So what I did first was, you're going to want to take a black crayon and maybe even half of a crayon. Take all of the wrapping off of it so that you can use the side of the crayon. It's going to make it easier to do the rubbing. And then when you do your leaves, you're going to want to actually use the back side of each leaf so that you can have a better indentation and kind of rubbing from the veins of the leaf. So then you're going to put it underneath your paper. You're going to use your other hand to kind of stabilize it like we did the other day. And then using the side of your crayon, you're going to rub over the edges of the leaf and all kind of through the body of the leaf so that the veins pop up. To get the edges a little darker, you may want to kind of hold just the edge of your crayon so that you can put a little bit more pressure around the edges and kind of get some of those nice details that you may not really notice on the edge, but that are there. So there's my first one. And then I'm going to try this one. This is kind of a pretty leaf. Doesn't have a lot of veins bumping up, but we're going to give it a try. I would say try at least 3 on your page. It's kind of one of those weird rule of thumb in art kind of things to always try to do odd numbers of things. And 3 is always a good number to kind of balance out your page. This one's going to need a little bit of extra pressure for those veins to show up. Okay, there's number 2. Doesn't take super long to do this. You just have to have a little bit of patience. For my last one, this one's got a little bit higher veins, so it's going to hopefully show up a little bit better. I'm going to put that over on this side. You should usually be able to kind of feel the leaf under so that you know where to color, so you're not coloring all over your page. Again, put a little bit more pressure on your edges. And then when you're done doing all 3 or 4 or 5 or however many you decide to do of your rubbings, then you're going to color. So I'm going to try to mimic the colors of this one on a few of them because I feel like that's the prettiest one that I found. And you don't want to color super dark. You just want to layer up the color. Kind of like I told some of you with the shading on your op art, you can always add more, but you can't really back up, especially with crayons. And when you're doing the shadow on your op art, you can't really go backwards once you've colored something dark, because then you would be having to erase or try to go over where you did the different color patterns that you did. So it's always a lot easier to build up. Yellow in here. Layer up a little bit more. I'm gonna do one more for the video. So this one, I'm just gonna kind of make some different shades of yellow and green. For some reason, most of the leaves in my yard, they're either brown and on the ground, or they're still a little bit green and still on the trees. Should have taken a little bit longer walk and maybe I would have found some other options. Once you have all of your leaves kind of done and colored in, then you're going to want to pick a color for the background. If you use a lot of reds and oranges, then a blue or like a turquoise color would be a good option so that it makes the color pop of your leaves. And then really just like we did before, you're just going to lightly kind of color in. It's going to help some of your imperfections or some of the edges of your black that you don't necessarily want to see. It's going to kind of help those fade away and blend in a little bit better. And you're just going to lightly color in some blue or turquoise or green or whatever color you choose all around those leaves. All right, so this gives you a little bit of an idea of what yours should look like. And here is my finished one. See if I can get it in the camera a little bit better. So you can see my lighting's not the greatest in here, but you can see the details of the veins on some of these leaves a little better than others. When you are totally finished, then as always, make sure that you take a picture, edit, name it, line, leaf, or something along those lines, just so that you can find it in your file and upload it into your Schoology portfolio. Let me know if you have any questions, guys. Can't wait to see them.